From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, new details on the special election to replace former Congressman Jeff Fortenberry.
Also tonight, a local mental health facility is undertaking a huge expansion and remodeling project. But first,
I think that the importance of the month is to help emphasize to everybody that this is an everybody problem.
The fight against child abuse. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Every 10 seconds, a report of a child being abused is being filed in the U.S.
It can be a tough topic to talk about, but in the month of April, advocates work to bring awareness to the matter. Channel 8's Macy Meyer has a look at the tragedies some families face. Macy?
In 2019, there were over 37,000 reports of child abuse and neglect to the Nebraska hotline. Now in Nebraska, every person is a mandatory reporter of child abuse. Experts and advocates say saying something when things seem off could save a child's life.
Tragically, there's 3 children that die in our country every day as a result of child abuse in the home, and that just should not happen. We all have a role in stopping that.
It's a devastating reality that greatly impacts the United States. Too many children falling victim to child abuse, and some even losing their life to it. In the month of April, millions come together to bring awareness to this awful topic.
It was clear something was off and something, he was definitely not himself. And that gut level feeling that tells you something isn't right.
For the McDougal family, this subject hits way too close to home. Years ago, their 6-month-old son, Ty, came home from daycare fussy. They took him to the doctor where they learned he had a broken femur. The McDougals were in shock as police questioned what had happened.
It was like a blank page. I remember so many nights he was in a half body cast all the way around his waist, down both legs, and rocking him and just being this new mom and not knowing what happened to him.
Through the help of Project Harmony, investigators were able to piece together what happened to Ty while at daycare. They got answers the family needed to begin healing. Now they've used their story to bring awareness to the realities many families face.
6 people, children will be affected by child abuse in some way in their life. And so this happens a lot. It happens to people. And so just trying to bring awareness and try to bring some fundraising so that they have the funds to continue this has been something we like to do at least, twice a year.
As blue pinwheels are planted across the state to mark the month of April, they also serve a reminder to prevent child abuse not just this month, but every day.
The more that we can be starting to shift our efforts towards fostering really nurturing environments for young children, promoting those positive early childhood experiences, finding ways to bring resources to families and strengthening those connections, the more that we can all do to prevent child abuse.
The McDougals say their biggest piece of advice is to trust your gut. If something seems off, it probably is.
All right, very good advice, and thank the family for talking to us. Macy Meyer, thank you for the report. Tonight, an update on a one-of-a-kind mental health facility here in Nebraska.
It's right here in Lincoln. Center Point is expanding its services, and they say during a mental health crisis right now, the state desperately needs a place like this.
We will be able to provide that response for the hundreds and thousands of people that need help.
Center Point is remodeling Traebert Hall in South Lincoln. The facility will have everything under one roof: primary care, a range of mental health professionals and substance use needs, even apartments. 16 for those transitioning from treatment and 16 for those not in a program but who would benefit from living in a community setting. We're going to have much more on this story and this huge project coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Governor Ricketts has set the date for the special election to replace Congressman Jeff Fortenberry.
It's going to be on June 28th, which happens to be the day Fortenberry is scheduled to be sentenced. As many of you know, the former congressman was found guilty of 3 felony counts of lying to the FBI and accepting illegal campaign funds. The special election is estimated to cost Lancaster County around $300,000. An update now on the governor's refusal to accept $120 million in federal rental aid.
It could actually benefit Lancaster County. The Nebraska Examiner reports that by not accepting statewide funds before the deadline, both Lincoln and Omaha are expected to get more money. That's because they already applied to receive emergency funding separately and run their own programs. But this isn't good news for rural Nebraskans who will lose out on $51 million. The planned override vote of Governor Ricketts' veto is set for next Tuesday. In national news now, new job numbers showing historic growth in the economy.
It comes as Congress tries to cobble together another COVID relief plan. ABC's Alex Brachet has the latest from Washington.
Ahead of his trip to Delaware Friday, President Biden taking a victory lap over newly released jobs numbers.
People are making more money. They're finding better jobs.
The economy added 431,000 last month. Unemployment dropped to 3.6%. Numbers slightly lower than expectations. Still, according to the Wall Street Journal, this is now the 11th straight month of job growth above 400,000 and the strongest job growth since 1939. However, the jobs news comes as the U.S. continues to struggle under increasing inflation, the highest it's been in 40 years.
We need to do more to get prices under control.
Biden already tapping into the strategic oil reserve to lower gas prices, releasing 1 million barrels a day for the next 6 months. And in the Senate, top negotiators say they're close to a $10 billion deal in additional COVID relief funding. It's significantly less than the $22 billion the Biden administration initially requested and short of the more than $15 billion Congress nearly approved last month. Republican senators saying this deal likely strips away funding from global vaccine efforts. Key negotiator Senator Roy Blunt tells ABC News half of the new funds will be used for therapeutics. The other half would be distributed to Health and Human Services with broad discretion. The White House not saying much else.
The specifics of this deal are continuing to be worked out, so I don't have a breakdown for you of exactly where that funding would go. This is a live negotiation.
The Senate expected to consider the legislation as soon as next week. Minority Leader Mitch McConnell answering this question.
Are you optimistic that it can get done before the Easter recess?
We'll see. Hope so, hopefully.
Multiple Republican senators have said that they are optimistic a deal can get done, and that's key because this would need bipartisan support to reach the necessary 60-vote threshold in the Senate. Alex Brachet, ABC News, Washington.
And back here at home now, a crash in Lincoln earlier today sent one person to the hospital.
It happened at 27th and Old Cheney around 11 a.m. Lincoln police say 2 vehicles were involved and that one of them was trying to turn at the time of the crash. LPD says they do not know who is at fault yet and are still investigating. And now a feel-good story for you on this Friday. The Special Olympics of Nebraska kicked off their spring games for the first time since 2019.
Athletes from across Nebraska were at Sun Valley Lanes and Hollywood Bowl today for the bowling competition.
We're doing Special Olympics bowling, and I like to bowl with my Special Olympics friends.
That's right. The Special Olympics Spring Games are today through Sunday. Not only is there the bowling competition, but also basketball. Special Olympics organizers say these 2 sports bring in the most athletes, with bowling having about 1,200 total participants every year. You're going to hear much more from athletes coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. It definitely is a feel-good story.
You know, I also been feeling good today. Our forecast on this Friday, the temperatures, John, it warmed up nicely, but some folks could see some rain this evening.
That's right. In fact, some folks are already seeing some rain, which I'll show you in just a moment, and it's not too far away from Lincoln. Taking you to a live look outside right now from Southeast Community College. This is looking more towards the south, and this is showing you the clouds that are beginning to move in overhead over Lancaster County. We take you now to Allo Communications, looking back to the southwest. You can see the American flag blowing pretty hard as winds are out of the south-southeast, and back out in the distance you can see clouds that are beginning to lower, and there is some rain back that direction. You can see how this is all moving off to the east. Some moderate rain already falling out towards York at this hour. We'll zoom in a little closer and show you how the rain is just now beginning to move into western Lancaster County. Also some showers down towards Crete, light rain out towards Seward, some moderate rain out towards Friend and York. Also, some heavier downpours happening out towards the Sutton area. As we go through the rest of the evening, these showers will keep moving off to the east. So if you've got dinner plans, make sure you take an umbrella. Don't be surprised to be using the windshield wipers this evening. This rain will stick around through at least 9 o'clock. Now, temperature-wise, we're running significantly warmer than yesterday, on the order of 15 to 20 degrees warmer. So it's 63 degrees right now in Lincoln after a high of 66. It's 63 in Beatrice and a little bit cooler where we've got rain, where temperatures have dropped into the 50s. For the rest of this evening, 54 by 8 with a chance for rain, 50 degrees by 10 o'clock with rain. Question is, how long does this rain stick around? We'll take a closer look at that and what you can expect for the weekend. That's coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
Sounds great. Thank you, John. Now to the near record high gas prices here in the U.S. Several local officials across the country are taking steps to help ease the pain at the pump.
This as President Biden promises prices will go down, with the U.S. releasing up to 180 million barrels of oil from the nation's emergency supply. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
With gas prices nearing record highs here in the U.S., a big question for so many: when will they go down?
You're looking at $600 to fill up that truck. It's all going up and up and up. When is it going to stop?
President Biden says hopefully soon, promising to lower prices with the largest ever release of oil from the nation's strategic petroleum reserve. 1 million barrels a day for the next 6 months, up to 180 million barrels total.
The bottom line is, if we want lower gas prices, we need to have a more oil supply right now.
Prices already down a penny after the president's announcement Thursday. The national average $4.22 a gallon. Still $1.34 higher than gas prices were a year ago, and 60 cents higher than where prices were before Russia invaded Ukraine. Analysts predict gas prices are unlikely to fall much below $4 a gallon, but they won't go above $5. Some now taking things into their own hands, including this Boston area businessman giving away 7,000 gallons of free gas.
Gas is again going to go up because it always goes up in the spring and the summer. And I said, well, I think I should do something. And here we are, April Fool's Day.
In Connecticut, the gas tax holiday is now officially in effect. The 25-cent per gallon state tax suspended until the end of June. And the mayor of Chicago says prepaid gas and public transportation cards will be made available to help provide relief for some drivers. Meantime, President Biden says that relief could come in the weeks ahead, coast to coast, when he believes Americans could start paying 10 to 35 cents less per gallon at the pump. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
All right, wrestling fans, listen up. WWE's Monday Night Raw is coming to Lincoln for the first time ever.
It's going to be June 20th this year at Pinnacle Bank Arena. It will feature stars of the sort like Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. For more information on tickets, just visit our website, klkntv.com. Still to come on the news tonight, an Oscars producer is opening up about what happened behind the scenes on Hollywood's biggest night.
That and your full forecast after the break.
COVID has been an incredible challenge for everyone. It's affected everyone.
Now to that ABC News exclusive interview with Will Packer. He's the lead producer of Sunday's Oscars ceremony and now speaking out in his first public comments about the behind-the-scenes chaos after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Sharing details about what happened with the LA Police Department and Rock's reaction. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
Oscars 2022 producer Will Packer is opening up about what happened behind the scenes on Hollywood's biggest night after actor Will Smith slapped comedian Chris Rock on stage. He sat down for an exclusive interview with ABC's TJ Holmes.
I've never felt so immediately devastated like I did in that moment.
Packer, who watched from behind the scenes, thought it was a bit, but then Rock confirmed that he'd been slapped by Smith. The LAPD showed up ready to take Will Smith into custody.
They were saying, this is battery. We will go get him. We are prepared. We're prepared to get him right now. You can press charges. We can arrest him. As they were talking, Chris was, he was being very dismissive of those options.
Back inside the theater, more efforts to ease the tension. The Academy says they asked Will Smith to leave, in which he refused. He'd go on to accept the award for Best Actor for his performance in King Richard, a speech Will Packer was hoping would have included an apology to Chris Rock.
I think we were hoping that he would make it better, that he would stand on that stage and say what just happened minutes ago was absolutely and completely wrong. Chris Rock, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Will Smith later apologizing on Instagram. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be.
Will Smith reached out to me the next morning and said, and he apologized. And he said, you know, this should have been a gigantic moment for you. And he expressed his embarrassment, and that was the extent of it.
And Will Packer also praising Chris Rock for maintaining his composure during the show. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Clouds are coming in and they are starting to thicken, turning skies gray in many locations, and that's the precursor to rain beginning to move in. Live look right now from Schoen's roofing down in Beatrice. You can see the clouds that are beginning to spill in. You can also see, as we take a live look from Honda of Lincoln looking off to the southwest, those clouds quickly beginning to move in. Here's radar showing you the showers that are underneath those clouds, spreading from west to east, almost moving more a little east-northeast in overall movement of these individual showers. We'll zoom in a little closer and show you how in Lincoln these showers are getting closer, at least to Highway 2. In fact, near the station, we're starting to see some showers. Some showers out towards Denton, also out towards Pleasantdale, and Milford seeing some rain right now. We'll take you back out towards York and McCool Junction, where we've got moderate showers falling. Also down towards Friends, seeing some of the rain. Also up towards Utica, seeing some of the moderate rain falling through the area. Now, for the rest of this evening, we'll keep a chance for some showers in the forecast. I think we'll probably see this widening in coverage just a little bit, and then most of this rain should begin to end by 11 or 12 o'clock tonight. Here we are at 10 o'clock tonight, still keeping some scattered showers around, so if you've got dinner plans, just know that you can expect some showers moving through. But by midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, all of this is now moving off east into Iowa as well as into Missouri. How much rain could we see out of this? Computer model suggesting just a few hundredths of an inch to maybe at most a tenth of an inch of rain, and that should be about it. So temperature-wise, we are much warmer than what we were 24 hours ago. Remember yesterday being kind of a cool, raw day? Temperatures are running upwards of 5 to as much as 20 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. So right now it's 63 degrees in Lincoln. It's after reaching 66 degrees this afternoon and before those clouds started to move in. 63 degrees for a temperature right now in Beatrice. It's 62 in Hebron, but where we've had rain, it's a little bit cooler. Temperatures right now sitting in the 50s. For the rest of this evening, we'll see our temperatures dropping 50 by 10 o'clock. We'll be eventually down into the 30s by tomorrow morning. We will see our skies clearing after midnight, so expect to see some sunshine tomorrow morning. In fact, we're going to see a lot of sunshine as we go throughout the day tomorrow. You'll see that reflected on Stormcast, not producing any clouds overhead. By noon, Temperatures in the lower to mid 50s. As we head towards the afternoon, our temperatures should make it back up into the lower and even to mid 60s around the area as we head towards late afternoon. So look for a high of 62 degrees in Lincoln. I'm forecasting a high of 62 in Beatrice as well as in Seward, 63 degrees in York, and 64 degrees in Hastings. Winds will be out of the northwest, shifting to the north, sustained 5 to 12 with occasional gust to 25 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. On Sunday, clouds will start to move back in. In fact, it's going to be Saturday night. We'll see clouds increasing. Now, there's going to be a quick little clipper system sliding through the state during the day on Sunday. Some of the computer models are trying to spit out a few hundredths of an inch of rain in southeast Nebraska. Others are keeping it well off to the north. This stormcast is keeping most of the moisture to the north and then developing it further east. I am going to keep a chance for a scattered shower. The forecast mainly north of Lincoln on Sunday with some warmer temperatures up to 67 degrees. But keep an eye on the forecast over the next day or two or day and a half to know for sure if we're going to see any rain around here or not. 62 degrees on Monday. We're warming back up to 67 on Tuesday. Now the wind is really going to pick up, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Temperatures will start to drop as well. We'll get on the backside of an area of low pressure, similar to what we had earlier this week, and that's why it's going to be kind of cool around here Thursday. But then we start warming things back up. Next weekend looks very nice as well. Sunny skies on Saturday, a high of 68 degrees, and maybe up near 80 degrees for the second half of next weekend.
And we're seeing those lawns slowly turn green, right, as we move along here, and we get a little more rain.
Thankfully.
Watch out.
A little rain and a little warmer temperatures, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, John. A positive day on Wall Street today. The Dow gaining 140 points. NASDAQ is up 41. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, new shelling contradicting
Finally tonight, wolves have been moving south from Wyoming into Colorado, and for cattle ranchers, that's a problem.
But one farmer is testing an unusual solution to protect his cows from the wolves. Colorado Parks and Wildlife helped Don get 6 donkeys to act as guard donkeys to protect his herd. Last year, gray wolves killed 3 of Don's cattle in 1 month, and any threat to the herd of 180 is impactful, of course. Guard donkeys aren't a perfect solution, but Don says he plans to give them a good home.
Guard donkeys.
Guard donkeys. Who'd have thunk it?
Something I've never heard of, but very interesting. All right, John, can we have one more check of the rain that's headed our way?
That's right. Showers are already moving into western Lancaster County, not far away from the city of Lincoln right now. These will keep moving off to the east and northeast. We'll keep a chance for rain in the forecast up to probably about 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and then that rain quickly moves off to the east and skies will begin to clear. You can see that on Stormcast as we go through the rest of the evening, how these showers will continue to hang around. So just have plans to take an umbrella with you if you're heading out this evening for some maybe some dinner plans. 54 degrees by 8 o'clock, 50 degrees by 10. We'll see some sunshine as we're on our way around here tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next, and we'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.